Brandon, take us through what it was like kind of getting the call, who you got it from, and were you surprised the Raiders traded 3 picks to move up and get you in the third round?
I was very surprised. I mean, just sitting here watching the thing, go by, watching everybody else get drafted, and then, your phone goes off. It's an unidentified number. You just see the area, and I seen California answered it, and, I think I was so excited. I missed the guy's name, but I was just, my emotions were everywhere.
First pick of the third round, did you anticipate to be selected around that range, or what was your expectation going into the draft?
I had heard anywhere from third to fifth, and ironically, it just hit third. So I guess that's about where I was. If everything worked out, that's where I was expecting to go. But still was a little higher than I thought I was going to go.
Did you have any contact with the Raiders during the pre-draft process?
Yes, sir. I spoke to them. Spoke to them, filled out their questionnaire at the Senior Bowl. Then also seen them at the Combine. I had an interview with them, and then also. Raleigh, the brother, was at the pro day, and I talked to him as well.
The bio that distributed here says you did not give up a sack in your entire college career.
That I don't know I think I gave up maybe 1 or 2 sacks, but it's still very low. I don't know where that came from.
What do you know about Oakland's offensive line? A couple veteran Pro Bowl guys, and how nice is that for you to come in and learn from?
I know they have Donald Penn, and as a tackle, I think that getting to learn from a guy like that who's been there years. I watched him play, for the Buccaneers and getting to learn from somebody like that, and work hard with him. It says a lot, a really lot.
Did you play both right and left tackle in college, or was it primarily left?
It was primarily left.
Was it only left, or did you play a little right?
Played left, so sometimes we had a swing set, and I would go to the right side.
How do you feel playing from the right side?
I feel just as good. I haven't played a whole lot, but the more I play it, the more comfortable I feel with it. I don't have a preference, so I just, either side, I'll play it. Doesn't matter.
Name some of the notable players that you played against and shut down on the edge there.
During my college career, just recently.
College career recently, either or.
Watching a lot of guys I play against go. The guy from Rutgers got drafted. I played against him, blocked it pretty good. Davenport went the first round, played against him, won my share against him. Yusina Nwasu, played against him a lot, won my share against him. And then a couple of other guys like Nathan Shepard and them that were also in the Senior Bowl went after me that blocked it pretty well. So a lot of those guys that I played against recently in the Senior Bowl got drafted.
Brandon, how important is that Senior Bowl for somebody like you who played at a smaller school?
To me, it was like the Super Bowl coming in there. I mean, I know that, I played against small school. They question your talent. Can you step up? Can you handle your own? And so I came in there approaching every day like it was a game. Just came out there and competed and gave it my all.
How familiar are you with the Raiders tradition, and specifically the fact that some of the greatest players in their franchise have come from historically black colleges?
I'm very familiar with that. I actually, my grandma is actually a Raiders fan. Since I was a kid, she's kept me up to date with a lot of traditions. I hated it escapes me now just because, it's a lot going on. But I know a lot of the players that come from there. Just for some reason, the names are escaping me.
Brandon, what are you expecting from being coached under the likes of John Gruden and Tom Cable?
I'm looking forward to it. Tom Cable was a coaching legend, and then John Gruden's a coaching legend. Growing up, the Buccaneers were my favorite team, so getting to, I've watched Coach Gruden coach them for years, so it's like a childhood dream getting to play for him.
You going to put your electrical engineering career on hold now?
Yes, sir.
How did you get into that?
I've always, grown to learn how to take stuff apart and kind of, I broke a lot of PS2s in the past, so I had to kind of learn how to figure out how to, get them working again. So I just got a profession that I could, look at them and make them work, and then learn how to work with systems and circuits and programming and all that. So I think that's just what piqued my interest early on.
Is there any relation in, being meticulous and that kind of thing when being an offensive lineman and that kind of thing?
Well, I think, that and being an offensive lineman, you have to learn how to decipher situations quickly. And then you got to be prepared for kind of scenarios and the worst-case scenario possible and learn how to, get solutions on the fly. And I think that's a big part of the offensive lineman, being able to adjust to blitzes and stunts and all type of, last-minute adjustments.
So, Brandon, your grandmother, a Raiders fan, were you as well? You be honest.
No. No, sir, I wasn't. I was a Buccaneers fan as a kid.
How was it that she became a Raiders fan? Do you know?
I can't tell you how long she's been a Raiders fan. I think a year of sorrow, unfortunately, was when the Buccaneers had beat the Raiders for the Super Bowl that year. But she's been a Raiders fan as long as I can remember.
How was she there with you today for the moment of being drafted?
Yes, sir. She is.
How was that reaction, that moment, to share it with her?
Needless to say, she's probably the most excited in the room. But as soon as I said Raiders, she couldn't stop moving. So,
But between your Buccaneers fanhood and her as the Raiders, John Gruden, is there something a little extra to playing for him?
I think so. I guess that now that he's there now, that's twice the reason to root for. Now that I'm there, John Gruden's there. So, I got twice as much motivation to play there as I would anywhere else.
How comfortable are you in a zone blocking scheme?
Very comfortable. We did a lot of zone blocking scheme at A&T, actually.
At what point did the NFL become something you started thinking about as a possibility?
It was a dream from an early on kid to play, but I think the more I played at a high level in school and the more accolades I got, the more I started getting recognition, the more it became a reality.
Yeah, man, you're talking about breaking your PlayStation 2. What was some of your favorite games to play on there?
NFL Street 2, NBA Street. Those are definitely some classes I can pick them and play all day long.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congrats, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.